Hey, hi everyone.
Hello, Alpha. Good
Yes,
to
hello
see
Vic.
you. Good to see you.
And same here, same here. Hi everyone, and welcome to the final episode of the ABT Coaching Bloom Series. Yes. Woo! It has been a
I'm the
long,
lucky
long
last.
journey. And,
Yes.
and today we have a special guest who spice up this beautiful occasion. And her name is Victoria. Victoria, say hello to the audience.
Hello, everybody. Hello, your audience. I'm privileged to have this opportunity to be here today and to have a wonderful discussion with the one and only Alpha and the opportunity to explore life, how wonderful it is to choose a topic like that, and to say hello to you also. Thank you for the honor of having me.
Okay. Before I say anything, let me use the opportunity again to extend my gratitude and appreciation to all my connection on the LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You guys are amazing. You are the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Okay, and I'm very delighted, as always, to be part of this series. And
Mhm.
this series has made me witness the transformation it has impacted for me, my team, and the audience. And for me, it's incredible. And this episode today it's going to be a teaser for the season two. Yes, I said so. And Victoria, tell the audience about yourself.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Victoria Glover. I'm the founder of the Vikis. I'm a personal style development and empowerment coach. I help individuals and small businesses about who they are in the marketplace and how they can use that opportunity strategically for their own success and how they can use that to empower individuals as well along the way. So this is what I do. I can expand that into different other areas of what the individuals are after, because everything that I do is customized to the need of the individual or the small business, including personal branding and every other aspect of it. So even though it is a personal style, it is broadened into other areas. So thank you for having me.
That's a wonderful, and I'm just like I'm so like pumped up because I'm waiting for the takeaways. And when we had that pre-interview, I took down so many takeaways, and
Wow.
the audience is gonna explain that one. If you're just joining us, today is the final episode, and with me here, I have Victoria, and we're gonna explore life. That's what the team says, and that's what we're gonna do. So, Victoria, let's start with spicing up the mood. Let's make it like sassy. That's how we say. Um, Give us some of this. Tell us some of these key highlights of you starting your journey to succeed on your goals.
So my journey is a very long journey, especially when you look at how old you are. You think about how quickly has the time gone this far. I started my journey from a very small village in West Africa, in a country called Ghana. It's a tiny. It's not a big country, but it's big on the world stage because of the sports and athletics and all of that. So Ghana is next to, surrounded by Nigeria, Togo, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast. So those who are not familiar with the map of Africa, so we are close to Nigeria. So Nigeria is big, so probably people will be familiar with that. West Africa, of course, and I come from a very small island. I grew up on a very small island on in one of the towns, and this small island has shaped me so much. and got me in alignment with an island called Australia. But how did we get this far? I grew up on this island with my mom and dad. Mom and dad got married very early as a young couple, and they lived together until mom died, passed away just about 2 or 3 years ago at the age of 90. But the impact of living with my mom and dad all this while has impacted me so much, including my schooling. I went to school in the village. Um, my first day at school was a very interesting one, where we have to paint the map of Ghana, and then I was not supposed to be in school that day. I went to school, and because I saw my sister being taken away, I don't want her to leave me, so I ran away. Before she knew it, I was in the school. I slept under the teacher's table. They come back from the assembly and they discovered me. Who is this? And then my sister says that I know her, she's my sister. Anyway, the school mistress got me in there, and then and she asked me to sit next to my sister. So the two of us were sitting on the same seat, but we did the mapping. We have to draw in the structure of what was already in the color book, and then after that you color it. But I realized that after I finished doing that, I drew outside the map. As I get older, I realize that sometimes in life you have to do what you have to do. Then you get the opportunity to do what you want to do. And so that is the lesson I learned from that. And I carry that with me. In the village, there's a whole range of different things. But before you get to the island, you have to move from, you have to take the canoe, you take the pantu, you take the commercial boat. There's a number of stopovers on the way to the village. And it is in this village that I build my philosophy around who I have become today. So I am happy to explore some of those journeys as we go along in this program. Thank you.
Wow. You like coloring the map, then take it outside, like you're moving outside, like moving outside your comfort zone, moving to the stretch zone. Now,
Yes,
in our PE interview, you said so many things about your parents, especially
yes,
your dad, and
yes,
your family was like you guys were so close, okay?
yes,
And you know about our African setting. I
yes,
believe Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ghana, and the rest of West Africa, we share
yes,
certain ideology, certain mindsets. Okay.
yes.
What I want you to tell the viewers out there, the audience out there, is like what kept you moving? What motivates you to go through life? Because I know for sure when you're growing up as a female, as a
Yes.
woman, as a lady in Africa, it's very
Yes.
tough. It's like they have this perception like it's a man's world. So how do you get to it? What motivated you?
You see, before people see where you are now, sometimes people don't know what brings you this far. When I was growing up, I was so much of a tomboy. So whatever the boys are doing, I'm there. I play football. I'm a striker. I'm a goalkeeper. I'm a team leader. I learned to fish at a very early age. We will wake up in the night, 1 o'clock in the night, and go fishing. I go with the boys. I'm the only girl that goes with the boys. And you go 1 o'clock, we will go and fish until about 6 a.m. and come back. Until the day we went in and the electric fish got me and kicked me. I fell into the water, quickly get up. Some of these things that I have learned in the village about the hard work. You have to finish the work that dad has given to you, to all of us. He will give us from here to here. We have my dad have land on so many other areas in the area. Sometimes we canoe to the place. We go early in the morning and come in the night. We will, as we are coming home, we will get to meet some. Sometimes it's windy, the storms. You have to find your way to get home. You have to think about a lot of things. when I talk about the 7 lessons of a storm. I mentioned some of those things, but I know that it is in the village that some of these things kind of mold me from the village to the city and then from the city to Australia. But let me talk about the fishing aspect. When we go fishing, we go farming, and then I was milking cows. I have to wake up at dawn and go to the farm and fend off the birds, and so on. You can think about everything else that the boys will be doing, I'll be doing. Roofing and all of that stuff. I learned it all in the village. But what I learned is that I learned all of these things from the boys, and then I learned the things that the girls also do. So I learned both ways. But all I knew is that whilst in the village, I was very entrepreneurial. And when we get the things from the village, we take it to the nearby village to go and sell them on a market day. So all I know is that I was very entrepreneurial in my very early age. And whenever we had a corn mill, and sometimes I'm doing the corn mill and serving people, you have to apply customer service in the course of doing that. But then it's also teaching me about survival. How do I bring these things into the city? When I came to the city, some of these things were very fluid because in the city, everybody wants to work in the office. When I finished school, I came looking for work. But then you have to learn some of these things from the village before you can apply in the city because it's no different. When I get to the city, I was living with one of my aunties and she was selling fish in the market. So when she bring the fish home, we go and sell. You have to walk as far as you can, several kilometers until the fish finish, and then you come home. But then the fish, I go selling the fish. I have to interact with people, and whilst interacting with people, people will tell you that, oh, you are doing very well. I sell my fish, always sell fish and finish quickly before it even gets to the time that I was supposed to do, so that I can come home early and learn and study. It was during one of these sales rounds that I met a guy who was teaching in a nearby school, and he bought all the fishes and wanted to talk to me and interview me because he says that you sound different, and you should pursue some of these things that you are doing. But the thing is that you are very good. You take this selling so importantly that it will take you far. So he became my mentor at that stage and took me to the school. Um, and so we lost Alpha. So I'll keep
You know,
continuing. Oh, okay, you're
yeah,
still there.
continue. Just continue. Continue.
Yeah,
I'm here.
yeah. So my entrepreneurial skills and customer service, I learned them from the village and then bring it to the town where my mom was living. And then I sell in front of the our shop. I was selling bread. You can think about anything. I sold everything you can think about. Going to the ship when the ship dock in the harbor, I go in and take banana and oranges and take in there and sell to whoever will buy. And most of the time, because of the way I present the thing, it draws people in. And this is where I have built my tenacity and resistance from there.
Thank you very much. If you're just joining in, today is the final episode, and trust me, I've learned, like it's like I'm having the same talk again. It's like deja vu. Okay, and Victoria, you're so talented. Honestly speaking, you are. I've
Thank
worked
you.
with you behind the scene. People don't know
Thank
that, and you are very disciplined, and your intentions like we are like straight up. You want this, and that's what you go for. That's what I love
Yes.
about you. Honestly speaking,
Thank you. Thank you.
before you're welcome. Before I ask another question, let me just take this comment. Is Augustine Cabo said you did it, bro. I think Augustine is referring to the consistency of the ABT Coaching Bloom Series. You know,
Yeah.
when I started this whole episode, I mean whole series. Sorry, you know, I know some the feedback that I received out there was like some of them were like negative, some of them were like
Yeah.
few was like positive, but
Yeah.
it never affected me in doing what I want to do. This is what I love
Yeah.
doing, impacting
Yes.
life. This is the best that
Yes.
I can do. Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes we pay a huge amount of money to get this kind of materials, to get this kind of
Yes.
information. Okay.
Yes.
Now I'm making it easy for people out there for like you have to tap into this program. It's like it's a giveaway. It's my way of giving back to the world, giving back to the universe. Okay, what is that
Yes.
feeding me? Now
Yes.
let's talk about consistency and being
Yeah.
persistent. Because those
Yes.
are two key things that it takes self-discipline for you to maintain those things.
Yes.
For me, I will say it's ease now. It's okay for me. I don't have a problem with that one. But when you talk
Yeah.
about the vulnerable people out there, Victoria,
Yes.
the women who are still struggling in their relationship, in their workplace, in life
Yes.
as general, okay,
Yes.
what can they do for them to be so self-disciplined and maintain that consistency and perseverance?
That's a very good question. See, consistency, for you to be consistent, you have to have something to stand on. You have to have something to stand on that will be stirring you up to get up every day, to get up at dawn, to do what you have to do, to go about all the things that you want to do when you go to work. You take yourself to the workplace, but who you are cannot be separated to what you are doing. You can separate it only for a while, but it's just a matter of time. It shows up again. So if you are talking about consistency, you have to dig deep into yourself and to be persistent. When things shows up, disappointment comes in, and that job, they say they will not give you the position. You know how many times they don't have to give me the position? I work my way up. I have to understand that this, I cannot take this personal, because there are a lot of people out there who could be having it even worse than myself. If they don't want to give you the position, it's just a matter of time, someone else will. If someone doesn't want you in that environment, it's just a matter of time. But consistency, like I said, you have to stand in your story, and you have to stand on your story. The question is, what is your story? And this is one of the key things that I take people through. And with my book that is coming up, you will see consistency is reflected in a lot of things that we do. But the thing is, you have to understand, what is your story in the first place? And why are you here? And where are you going? My story is that my story starts from the village. Why am I here? For me to be consistent, I have to visit the village experiences and come back in. You visit there, but you don't live there, you don't stay there. I mentioned that to get to that village takes you a number of stopovers to get there. When you are struggling in life and you want consistency, you have to understand that every stopover, every disappointment, everything that is not going your way is going to lead you to your journey one day if you don't give up. This is where persistence comes in. Your ability to accommodate, to manage disappointment, and be consistent with your words and your action will build you up for the days to come, because something else will show up along the way. When you are enjoying the success, something else will show up along the way, because surely enough, when the success comes, it doesn't stay forever. There will be more disappointment comes coming in. The higher you go, the higher the disappointment. The more successful you are, the more the attacks, the more the people will be saying things to you. You mentioned that there will be people saying things about you. Anybody listening today should know that regardless of where they are, whether you are in a small corner, you are on the world stage, wherever you find yourself, there's going to be someone who is not going to be happy with you. But how do you take that? You have to be consistent with your words, consistent with your story, consistent with your ability to stand up for who you are and to explain yourself. You have to be able to communicate why you are doing what you are doing, and where do you want to go with this? What does it mean to you as an individual? So for you to persist on going, It means that you have to define your why. Why are you doing this? If you are doing it for yourself or doing it for someone else. If you're doing it for someone else, there's not part of you in it. You're not going to enjoy it. If you're doing it for yourself and there's nobody else in sight, it's not going to sustain you. You have to blend both. You enjoy a little bit of it, others also get something out of it to build their life. We should not shy away from our stories, no matter how good, bad, or ugly they are. It is our story, it is our DNA, it is our postcode, it is the IP address that leads to who we are, and we should not shy away from it. So consistency and persistence are the two ingredients that we have to look out for in our stories.
Ooh, guys, I told you this woman is very smart. I know what I learned at the back end. Okay, you have no idea. And if you're just joining us, today is the final episode, and it has been amazing so far, and we are enjoying it. Okay, and Victoria, let's talk about the judge. Okay, for me, I know one thing: the judge is like the it's a ringleader. We talk about the saboteurs. Why do I say that? It's because we all have them. We all have judging us.
Yeah.
We are in a situation where most are in a
Yeah.
situation where we judge ourselves, we judge others,
Yes.
and judge
Yeah.
circumstances. Now,
Yes.
so many people are stuck because they don't know how to like work with those kind of feelings, how to navigate or how to explore. Okay,
Yeah.
just like working from a safe perspective. With your
Yeah.
experience, how have you managed to quiet the judging of yourself, others, and circumstance?
This is a powerful, powerful question, because no matter how successful or call it a failure or a success, when I title my book, what has style got to do with it? Why some people succeed where others fail. It points to two important things: your why and your where. It's talking about your reasons and your location. If you find yourself at the top, there will be people that judging you. They will be saying whether you are a failure or you are a success. Regardless of where you find yourself, whatever your reasons are, one of the things that can sustain you when you are being judged is to understand who you are and why you are doing what you are doing. And what location are you right now? Where were you before and where you are going? Let me tell you a story. When I was a little girl, I was in the middle school. So I didn't finish school because I did the common entrance. I jumped school. They said you are this, and then they promote you. So I went to the middle school form 1, and I sat the common entrance exam, and I got distinction. So I have to go to school. But then some people said I'm too young. Some said, oh, she have to go and learn something. I was very little. I went to boarding school at the age of 13. So I was about like 11 years when I did the first one, and I passed with distinction. And the second one came, so they said I'm too young. So I went to form 2 and I sat the exam again and I passed and I got distinction. And I was supposed to go to the school. So my big brother said, no, she have to go. And some say she shouldn't go. Some say she should go. Anyway, before that common entrance exam came in, I had a haircut when my brother's friend gave me a haircut. And I went to school with it. And the judgment was everywhere. Some said you have a very small head, you have a lot of hair. Why didn't you keep the hair? You look like you can think about all the names. People were just going at me, and it was everywhere. We went to the assembly, and you see people passing, notes to each other. Look at this haircut, this blah blah blah. The guy who gave me the haircut and I look like a man. But then the 7 Up was in vogue. So I got the 7 Up. The hair was this one. It's more like the mohawk. It's not really, but the 7 Up. Anyway, I came home and I was crying. I didn't like it. And then my dad was sitting in his lazy chair and he pulled me in. He said, "You sit down. Now, from now on, I want to tell you 4 things. You have to know that you are a very special person. You should know where you are coming from, who your family is, and you should know your worth. And whatever everybody is saying to you should not matter because you are my daughter. And I love you. If I love the haircut, it shouldn't matter. So I'm gonna give you my haircut." So he take the scissors and he was going like this, and he was talking to me. What did I learn from that? When people are attacking you and people are telling you about things that you know is not true, regardless of what people are saying about you, you have to come home. You need to come home to who you are. You need to come home to who is my parents, regardless of who they are, whether they are high in the social ladder or they are low in the social ladder. That's my dad, that's my mom. These are my sisters and brothers. This is my village. It doesn't matter what you think about that haircut. You may not like it, but it is on my hair. It's not on your head. It's just a haircut. It's going to grow and I can shape it later on. So when people are attacking you, sometimes what you need to do is to go home and look in the mirror. Don't try to see yourself through the lens of other people. You need to see yourself through the lens of who you are and what made you who you are and what brought you this far. My dad have to remind me about who I am. Whilst was I getting angry? I was getting angry because I did not think about myself or did not refresh my memory. So sometimes when you are being attacked, you need to surround yourself with people who can remind you of who you are and why you have come this far, why you need to keep going. And just to keep going, sometimes you need to make some corrections, but not for them, but because this is what make you comfortable so you can keep going. So sometimes you need someone to tap you on the shoulder and say, "You're doing well. You keep going this way. Don't worry about these people. They will always be there." And you cannot listen to them. You just manage them. You manage them. They will never go away. You just manage them. You say, "Thank you for that feedback. I will see what I can do with it. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it." And you just keep going. You cannot eliminate them, but you can manage them. They are everywhere. They are in the village, they are in the city, they are in Australia, they are in Sierra Leone, they are in every other country. There will be people who will be judging you regardless of what you do, whether you succeed or you fail.
Oof. Though on your side, I think there have been like difficulty in the internet because you are breaking up. But I learned so many things. Like what I love about what you just said is the situation where you look at people, then you put them in the okay
Box.
life, and if
Yeah.
you have issue with it, that's your own problem. For me, I
Yeah.
share that one. Like I resonate because I consider those people as a you problem. It's not my
Yeah.
problem. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. There's
Yeah.
nothing gonna stop me. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the easy for that one is doing this series. I've learned a lot. Just like I said in my opening statement. You know, I've I've witnessed like terrible feedbacks. People that
Yeah.
like who have like close to me, they've like tried to like demotivate me, say
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff about me, like I'm
Yeah.
not good enough. But
Yeah.
they missed one thing about me.
Yeah.
When I was going to school, when I was doing my
Yeah.
school in my especially in the high school,
Okay.
I was provoked so much that
Mm.
at that time I would have lost my self-confidence. But I never
Yeah.
did. It
Yeah.
was hard. Sometimes I would cry,
Yeah.
but I knew there was something in me that needs to come out,
Yes.
and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay, Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. If it's for
Yes.
everyone,
Yeah.
will not be in this situation, even
Yes.
talking, because everybody will be like
Yes.
okay with what they have in their mind or what they have
Yes.
within. Okay,
Yes.
but because it's not for everyone, it's for few
Yeah.
people. Few people who
Yes.
can take it like I'm gonna make it no matter how we succeed. And failures are
Yes.
part of the process. That's the beauty of
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, talking about failures. Let's
Yes.
talk about career pathways. Okay, you and I
Yes.
know like
Yes.
the world we are living in, people are struggling, and with the
Yes.
emergence of the pandemic, that COVID,
Yes.
we've seen
Yes.
what it has done to people. People have lost their job. People
Yes.
have lost their loved ones. Okay, people are still struggling to like really find a career pathway. People are just hanging on to jobs. Okay, for to provide the food, to put food on the table rather. Now,
Yes.
how did you handle rejection and disappointment, especially in the workplace?
The workplace is a big one.
Since
It's a very
since
big one.
Victoria's instance is okay,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You have a break. You're breaking up, but it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I can. Yes. Carry on.
yes. You mentioned something about anger and all of that. In the workplace, there will be a lot of people who will be provoking you. But let me give you a gist of what I have to go through in the workplace. I work. I used to work in um in a place where I was I was the one training everybody, organizing everything, doing everything. There was a vacancy I can have. I was the assistant manager. I was never promoted to the manager. There's always bypassing. When there's a new manager in, the manager will be given to me to train, but I will not be given the opportunity to be the manager. I'm training the people. There was one time where they have to bring someone, pay the accommodations to stay in town for two weeks, taxi every day in and out, and everything, just to block me from having the opportunity to do that. Why did I say that? Did that move me? No. What I did was I did not stop what I was doing. I did not change my attitude towards the work. I was enjoying myself. What that means is that maybe that is not the company that you were supposed to flourish in. Maybe your time hasn't come. So if they didn't give it to you, maybe your time hasn't come. But it requires a lot of patience and also soul searching to see if this promotion was okay. If they give it to you now, can you do the best of it? If they don't give it to you, what are you missing? What you are missing, can you make up for it later? I'll tell you what happened not long after, and I've done that for a very long time. Not long after, there was an opening in another place. They couldn't get anybody, and they said, you go there, but we will not give you the title of managing the place. You just go and hang on to the place for us, and then we'll see what to do. And that takes a very long time. But once I was there, even in the previous place, I was a top performer, and I was just think about anything. Nobody come even close. I went to the new place. The place was almost, they were going to close the place, but they were not ready. When I got in there within a week, the place was turned upside down. I did what I have to do. I know what I'm capable of. I just bring my A game there. Within a short time, that place was in a competition for everything. Anyway, all the awards that we have, every promotion we have to win it, all the awards we win it. We went to a conference. I was the only black person in the conference. We went to this conference, and just about 3 days to the conference, my position was swapped with a new person that was brought in. So all the awards that we won were given to this person, and I got none, not even one. And all those awards were through my performance or my work. They were given to these people just so I don't have to be in the pictures. Why am I telling you these stories? I'm not telling this story to paint anybody black. But the truth is that people can deny you what you are due now, but you can get rewarded later in life. Fast forward a couple of years later, I find myself in a company that will pay me more than the one they have taken away from me. And I find myself in this new place where I can do so many things that I did not get the chance to do. Do I get a challenge in those places where people think that, oh, you cannot be my manager, you are not this, you shouldn't be this? Let your work speak for you, but sometimes you back it up with a good communication, and interpersonal relationship with people. All of these stages of life are stopovers to your destination, but you have to learn how to make use of every one of these stopovers. Some of them will slow you down, but when your time finally comes, you will see that you'll be in the express lane because you have done a lot of work behind the scene. What people will be seeing later on will be the result of what you have done along the way. And this should be the result of everything you have done. So the Bible says that you reap what you sow. When you are not when you are not earning any money or income, you are struggling with your career, you should be learning. If you are not earning, you should be learning. And at the right time, you will be able to claw back all the things that you have been denied along the way. You will see it manifest in your everyday life, in whatever business you want to do, in whatever position you want. The positions will be there. You can pick and choose whichever you want. So people should not get angry when they are denied. A human as you are, you will react. But give yourself, it's just a matter of time. All of those things will pay off in the end. Oh, we lost Alpha. Anyway, I will keep talking just so we don't have to. When Alpha is ready, we can continue from there. So what I wanted to say is that do not let anger rob you of you building yourself up and your patience and your tenacity to move from one place to the other. Do not get anger and frustration deny you what you are capable of doing, because your time will surely come and you will shine.
Yeah, yeah, Victoria, I think StreamYard is having issues. I don't think it's only your
Okay.
side. And
Okay.
if you notice, I've been
The internet is playing up, and so we will keep I will keep um talking about one or two things. If you have a career and you want to progress in your career, it's important what you are doing now with what you have. What are you doing with what you have? What you have, the skills, your talent, your gift, your story, what are you doing with them? Are you shoving them um under the rug? You don't want to go there, you don't want to talk about it because someone pissed you off, so you think every manager is like this, or you think every human being is like this. There's a lot of people out there who are struggling with their careers. A lot is there to learn in life, and there's a lot you can offer. If one job doesn't offer you something to do, ask yourself if there's something else that you can learn as you are hanging around. If that doesn't suit you, you can move to another company if that works better for you. You don't necessarily have to um, impose your anger or act out your um, your frustration on other people. Sometimes those people have nothing to do. Different places and different environment require different action and reaction to things. But if we can learn to work on ourselves, it is a personal development project that you have to undertake to be able to keep going. As a personal style development and empowerment coach, one of the things that I learned from people when I'm serving them is about their story. So here we have Alpha again. So I was just continue talking
Vic,
whilst you were away. Yeah.
Vic, Vic, I think we're having issues with the StreamYard because
Oh,
that's what we're using,
okay.
and
Yeah.
been going on and off, on and off.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And you can hear me too?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
It's it's hello.
Hello? I can hear you.
This
I
is
can
what
hear
we
you.
get. Yes, this is what we get with the internet or
Yeah.
the system. But that's the beauty of kind of the challenges or the problems that we face as in every day. And
Yeah.
on this point is very very sorry to the audience and you as well as the guest. Um, it's a wonderful ending on the
Yeah.
ABT Coaching Bloom Series. Okay, you
Thank you.
plan something, then something else will happen. That's the
Yes.
beauty of this life that we explore. That we need to
Yeah.
explore. It's a must. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
any last word for us before we end this particular episode?
Yes. So I'll quickly say that I will talk about the story of the orange. I always talk about the orange story, where there's when you squeeze an orange, you get an orange juice. When it doesn't matter who squeezed the orange, doesn't matter where the orange was squeezed, the location or wherever, who the status is. When you squeeze an orange, a juice will come out, an orange juice. It doesn't matter if it is anybody else. That orange juice is us. We need to build on ourselves, develop ourselves, and build our capacity to be able to withstand certain situations in life so that when we get somebody else squeeze us or step on our toes, frustrate us, take things away from us, deny us, deny our existence, deny that we feature, we should not we should not get frustrated because who we are will come out in the end. So if you are built up with anger and frustration, when someone step on your toes, it doesn't matter who it is, where the person is, who you are will come out, and whatever is inside you will surely come out. So that's how I wanted to summarize everything that I have said, that in the end who you are will show, will shine through. And thank you for the opportunity for me to say hello to your audience today and for everything else today. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Victoria. And like I said, there are like areas like I didn't get, but we always have Victoria on the Bloom series. I mean, this season two. This doesn't mean that the live shows will end. That is a surprise coming up for the audience. That's gonna be next week. You will see another part of me working with someone else, and it's gonna be incredible. Okay, so on that note, I wanna say happy weekend to Victoria because you are in the weekend now. You're enjoying the weekend
Yes,
now. We
yes,
are just approaching the weekend. Okay,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful to be in this situation.
Thank you.
It has been a wonderful experience, just like I stated earlier on, for me to impact people, even if it was one or two,
Yes, yes,
and it's meant a lot to me. Okay, and
yes,
I pray that the good Lord will give us a long life and good health for us to like to see 2022 and
Yes.
enjoy the season two. So on that
Thank
note,
you.
thank you everyone and
Thank
have a
you.
wonderful weekend. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.